Destination mark.
Hey guys, how's it going? Marcella here, and every time we see something for Crash 4, it just keeps looking better and better. On the State of Play that premiered on August 6th, the first thing we got to see was Crash 4 stuff. And we got some new details, new things, new features, new elements to the gameplay, just so many new things. I love it. So let's waste no time and get to analyzing. First off, we see a bit of what might be the intro to the game, as we see the villain's perspective, Uka Uka, and Entropy. We get to see them for the first time in this game. Along with Cortex, they try to figure out how to get out of this dimensional prison they're in, and they really do rip an evil scientist-shaped hole in the fabric of space and time. And just seeing the expressions on all the characters' faces throughout this showcase, they're good. They're so good. I love them. I think this is the most expressive any of these characters have ever been throughout the series. So it seems the two scientists have built this device, and I think it helps them go through time and cause havoc throughout the dimensions. And I think it can pull people through the dimensions too, without them knowing, as we'll see later. Maybe initially they're trying to find their way back to their time, but start creating chaos and havoc everywhere else. And I just want to freeze frame on this real quick. That face, so devious, so sinister. I love it. And we get some more gameplay here. The gameplay looks fantastic. These challenges look just the right amount of, well, challenging, yet fair. And I'm digging just how much we're seeing of the rope swinging, the rail grinding mainly. It just screams fun, and I can't wait to play this. And here we see a little bit more of the intro cutscene, and we get to see Insanity Beach, looking quite different from the original trilogy, yet still very lush, very detailed, so many cool little knickknacks and things lying around where Crash first starts off. And is it just me, or does this intro remind anyone else of the Crash of the Titans DS intro, where Crash was just sleeping away and Aku Aku had to wake him up? Anyway, we get to see some more gameplay and little tiny elements as Lou Stetter talks about paying homage to the old games while adding in all this new stuff. We do see these rolling spiked balls at one point that kind of remind me of the Rolling Stones from the roller levels, like Jungle Rollers and Rolling Stones, from Crash 1. And we still don't know who this spiritual looking Spectre is, but he looks really cool, and I'm hoping that he might have some sort of connection to Lonnie Loli. We'll probably see that maybe near the beginning of the game. And after some more gameplay, we get to see something really cool. Just like with CTR Nitro Field, Crash 4 will have skins and costumes. Most of them that we see here entirely brand new and original, but some that are throwbacks to the previous games, such as Biker Crash from Crash 3. And the rest of Crash's costumes are, if we freeze frame, a weird, very scary chicken Crash, pirate Crash, a ninja outfit that looks like it's paying homage to Scorpion from Mortal Kombat, a French painter Crash. Note he's not wearing his traditional fingerless gloves with his costume. A weird blue creature that I don't know if it's supposed to be some kind of homage to one of the Titans, namely the Ratsicle from Crash the Titans. It's sort of hard to tell. These outfits go by really quickly. This weird clown jester looking thing, I don't know what this is. This looks like a Triceratops caveman looking Crash, and this crazy hip hop neon b-boy looking Crash, which emits a glow in the darker areas of certain levels and looks really cool. And Coco comes equipped with a bunch of costumes as well, including a unicorn outfit, an engine punk rock, what I'm assuming is a Rocket Head fan outfit, Rocket Head being Engine's band, a military or otherwise dictator looking kind of outfit, and another neon looking outfit which I don't really know what aesthetic this is supposed to be, but all I can say about it is I like it. Just the fact that this game has this level of customization for the costumes reminds me so much of Nitro Field, and that gets 2 big thumbs up from me. Next up, we have another rundown of the Quantum Masks, Ika Ika, Kapunawa, and Lonnie Loli, and while we don't get to see the 4th one in action, we do get his name, which is Akano. So who he is as a character and what he does has been actively teased now, which means whoever he is and whatever he can do must be pretty dang interesting. So I can't wait to see his official reveal. And after seeing some more Crash, Coco, and Cortex gameplay, we get the next big reveal, a 4th playable character, Dingodile, marking the first time ever that he's playable in a Crash game that isn't a spin-off. And what he can do is pretty cool. He has a spin move like Crash, in which he uses his tail to attack, kinda like the way he does in Crash Bash, speaking of, but instead of having a flamethrower, since he's actually given that up, and resigned from villainy in order to open up a diner, what he uses to attack besides his tail is actually some kind of vacuum-looking device, which can suck up stuff, which you can then launch in front of him, and a water jetpack, as we see him glide around, kinda like in this concept art, and a lot of people were wondering if he is playable, that has to come into play somewhere, and it definitely does. So the setup for Dingodile being a part of this game, gameplay-wise, is that while he opens up a diner, it ends up getting destroyed right off the bat. So upon inspecting the remains, he ends up getting pulled into a dimensional rift. And from there, however he meets up with Crash, Coco, and everyone else, it is still a mystery. And the last, and certainly biggest reveal here, is the addition of different filtered versions of each level. So in a sort of mirror mode kind of aspect, you can play through each level again, but with some kind of visual twist to it, such as again different filters, whether the screen is all wavy and underwater-like with a blue filter, everything kind of having a heat signature color palette to it, with a lot of harsh blues, yellows, and reds, and this very blob-like colorful effect, where everything's textureless and grayscale, and by spinning around and breaking stuff, Crash can bring the color back to the world. There are a bunch of other effects too, and even different fruits to collect. Instead of Wumpa Fruit, we're collecting these weird berries. But besides all of that, this is... talk about replayability. And we already know that trophies and achievements and other unlockables in-game will definitely be tied into these versions of the levels. These look so cool. They remind me of the different filters and effects put onto the musical levels from Rayman Legends when you play the 8-bit versions of those levels. But for just about, if not each and every level in this game having this kind of aspect to it, I think that is so cool. And to help with these effects and filters and such, Toys for Bob brought on Beanox. So this is what they've been doing while not updating CTR and Nitrofield anymore. Hopefully that gives those fans their answer. And some filters will actually directly affect the gameplay in some way, shape, or form, however subtle, like this old-timey filter that actually speeds up the gameplay slightly, kind of like the way old school film was back in like the 1920s era of filmmaking. That is some exquisite attention to detail. Also, these blocks, for some reason, just those faces, it reminds me of Minions. I'm sorry. But anyway, this is astounding. This is crazy. With each reveal of this game so far, there's just been more and more and more added. And it all looks amazing. It all looks great. I just hope that it plays very well. And what I mean by that is like a consistent frame rate, hopefully 60, but who knows? And I hope the controls are super tight. Again, I didn't get to play the demo, but just the way everything looks, it's all very fluid. It's all very just nice to look at. I just hope it feels nice to play. But that's about it. All of that in a 5-minute little segment that opened up the latest state of play. I cannot wait to see more, but what do you guys think? What are your thoughts on this showcase of Crash 4? Give me your thoughts in the comments down below. I'm Marcelo, I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching, get hyped for October, and take care.